another one.
Yo, what's going on guys? In today's video we're going to be going over the games that got me #1 in the world with Hog EQ. Alright, hopping in the first match here, we're going to be up against Riley, who's probably the best log bait player in the game, so should be a pretty nice matchup here. Just going to go with the Fire Spirit at the river just to pressure him a little bit, and I will also go with the Giant Skeleton second play because I'm pretty sure he's playing log bait, which is a pretty good matchup to go with like a Giant Skeleton first play, and just in case you can like manage to starting hand them or something like that. And he does have Valkyrie right here, so actually might not be log bait because most of his log bait decks right now actually use Mighty Miner, so could be something else here. He does have wall breakers as well, and also a bomb tower it looks like, so I think it actually might be a Goblin Drill deck, which is going to be a little bit more difficult with our Hog deck because we have Hog as our win condition. He does have bomb tower and tornado as his really good Hog counters, so might be a little bit difficult here. Just going to Fire Spirit, kind of to pull his Valkyrie, but also our Hog plus Skeletons is going to get so much damage. We kind of messed up that Fire Spirit, but it's still going to go straight towards his tower, and it's also going to connect, so actually worked out super well for us right there. Was a really smart play of us to go with the Skeletons behind our Hog Rider, and I'm also going to go with a really aggressive Hog Rider at 4 right here just to prevent him from going with the Drill right away. Going to kind of allow us to have a little bit of a better cycle to defend his Goblin Drills, because it will be a little bit hard to defend without like a Valkyrie in our deck or something like that, but if we do have the right cycle we should be fine. And yeah, just going to kind of reset right here, see what he wants to do, but we're already in a pretty good spot just from that really aggressive first Hog plus Skeletons. They're just getting us so much damage on his tower, and it's going to put us in a really good spot here. And he does go with another Drill here, but it's going to be right into our Queen. And the one nice thing about this matchup is that he doesn't have any big spell in his deck. He only has Log and Tornado, so going to be pretty hard for him to get like too much chip damage on our towers besides like a few lucky Drill Goblin hits and whatnot. So being in such a big lead already is going to be really nice for us here. And I'm going to go with another Hog plus Skeletons. So he does defend pretty fine there with his Valkyrie on our Queen and his Skeletons plus Tornado there, but we're going to get a couple of Hog hits on his King Tower, which is really nice for us right now. And yeah, the really nice thing about this is that when he keeps on nadoing our Hogs to his King Towers, he's eventually going to have to worry about getting 3 crowned if he keeps on wanting to use his nados on our Hogs instead of his bomb towers. And really good cannon there predicting his Magic Arch, and also really nice Giant Skeleton predicting his Goblin Drill placement right there. So already off to a really good start here, and as we're heading into double elixir, I think we should be pretty fine as well. He's going to pre-place that bomb tower, but it's going to allow our Hog to take it out in only 1 shot right there. And yeah, he actually lets our Hog get 1 shot on his tower for some reason. Not really too sure why he didn't spend something else on it, but I'll take it, I guess. And also going to pressure with the Queen right now because he wasted his Valkyrie, so not really too sure I was going to defend it. I'm just going to log away his Goblin Drill right now. Unfortunately, I forgot to use my Queen ability. I was so busy defending his Goblin Drill, I kind of forgot to use it, but I think we should be fine regardless. We're already in such a big damage lead that I don't really care too much about like a few hundred damage the Queen could have got us. So just more focused on defense at this point. And really nice to have the Giant Skeleton here just to kind of like shut down any push he tries to build, because I think the Death Bomb should just like fully counter the Magic Archer and should DPS down most of the Valkyrie as well. So should be fine right here. It's going to get the second Magic Archer though, so not the best Magic Archer by him, to be honest. It's going to pretty much die to our Log and Fire Spirit and stuff like that. So yeah, in a really good spot here. He's probably going to have to nado our Hog once again, but it's just going to keep on DPSing down his King Tower. And I'm also going to just like kind of chill out right here, but I'm also going to go with an Earthquake, just like chip down his King Tower and Crown Tower as well. And yeah, we just have to be careful with our Giant Skeletons sometimes, like not really allowing him to get like a good Magic Arch on it, but I think we should be fine right here. Gonna kind of defend his Goblin Drill really easily there, even though we didn't hit the Giant Skeleton prediction on it, just with like the Skeletons and whatnot. So yeah, really good there. And he also kind of messed up his Magic Archer, to be honest, so in a really nice spot. You're going to go with the Queen ability as well. He also kind of gave us that free Earthquake on his bomb tower, so definitely in a really good spot right. You're going to go with another Hog just to like pressure and maybe force him to take a bit more damage on his King Tower. He will go with the NATO, but Hog is going to get a hit on his King Tower. And also Fire Spirit going to bait out his Valkyrie, so really nice Fire Spirits here by us. And yeah, just going to go with the Hog Rider right here, kind of kiting back his Valkyrie, buying our towers a little bit more time to take it out before it gets towards our towers. And we're going to kind of predict his Goblin Drill there with the cannon, but I don't want to go with the cannon right in front of our tower just because his Magic Arch could actually line up on our tower and cannon if we go with it like right in front of our tower. So that's the reason I'm kind of going with it a little bit off to the side right here. And he's going to kind of last second defend our Archer Queen there with the wall breakers, but should be fine right here. I think Hog will get some damage. Okay, let's go with the NATO at the last second, but we're already back to another Hog Rider, and his King Tower is actually getting really low in HP, and looks like he will just give up at this point. So yeah, really nice win against a pretty difficult matchup. Alright, and hopping in the next match here, we're going to be up against this guy. So Always going to be pressuring with the Fire Spirit first play whenever we have it in cycle. It's probably the best starting play with this deck besides Hulk first play. Always forcing your opponent to spend quite a lot of elixir just to defend your cheap 1 elixir card. And he does have Battle Ram right here, so probably going to be like a P.E.K.K.A deck, maybe like a E-Barbs deck as well. Could also be that, but yeah, he's going to run Magic Archer right here in the back, so I'm just going to go with a log on it. And a log plus EQ does always kill Magic Archer, so that's something nice that we have going for us. And yeah, he's actually going to go with like a really aggressive P.E.K.K.A first play for no reason, but that's kind of what P.E.K.K.A players actually do quite often, even at the top of ladder, so not really too surprised by that. But I think our Archer Queen should be quite nice against his P.E.K.K.A. We can just go with the ability last second to kind of just like force him to like take quite a lot of damage on his P.E.K.K.A. And also going to go with the set of skeletons right here, kind of blocking his P.E.K.K.A from hitting our Queen. And he kind of messes up his prediction zap right there, not really going to hit anything, so Queen is going to stay alive with full HP right here. And he'll go with a kind of like a blocking Battle Ram there on our Giant Skeleton plus Queen, so he's going to defend pretty fine right there, but he's going to be really low on elixir to defend our Hog in the left lane right there. And
no, don't do it!
just can skeletons surround his Ghost right here, and I think Fire Spirit should deal with the Electro Wizard pretty well here. Might take like one shot on our tower, but still really clean defense right there, and got a pretty big damage lead just from his being super aggressive with that first P.E.K.K.A for no reason. So yeah, already up to a really good start here. It's going to be a little bit difficult playing like a Giant Skeleton deck right into P.E.K.K.A, but the other defensive cards that we do have are going to be really good against his deck, so I think we should be fine right here. Just going to cycle an Earthquake on his tower. I don't really want to go with the Giant Skeleton unless we have to, because it's going to be pretty bad against his P.E.K.K.As, but I kind of have to use our Giant Skeleton here against his Bandit, because it wouldn't really be good to waste our Archer Queen or Bandit on anything else, so that's really the best play that we could have made there. And the Giant Skeleton Death Bomb will also deal quite a bit of damage to his P.E.K.K.A, and also the Giant Skeleton itself does do quite a lot of damage these days, so I think we should be fine here. We can also activate our Queen ability last second if we need it, so yeah, I think Queen will take out the whole P.E.K.K.A right now, and also a really good Cannon plus Log there, kind of killing his whole Battle Ram plus Ghost push. And I'm also going to go with an Earthquake here to finish off his Aegis. I think it might survive with like 1 HP, but still should be fine here. And I think I'm just going to go with the Giant Skeleton in the back in the same lane of the Magic Archer, because the Giant Skeleton Death Bomb does fully kill Magic Archer, so he probably won't really have too much counter push either way against us, even if he stops our Giant Skeleton pretty well with the P.E.K.K.A, but I'm just going to go ahead and kill the Magic Archer with an Archer Queen plus Log right here. And the Archer Queen is probably going to deal quite massive damage to his P.E.K.K.A, and he just kind of go with the Prediction Fireball there on the Queen, hoping to like hit skeletons as well as the Queen, I think, but we also kind of just like predicted him a little bit with our Skeleton in a little bit of a different position that time. And gonna Earthquake his Magic Archer, but we can always finish it off with a Log, and looks like the Queen will finish it off herself, so yeah, really good start right here for us. And I think the Giant Skeleton Death Bomb should kill most of his ghosts, so not really too worried at this point. Fire Spirit is also going to like make his ghost go uninvisible there for a second, and now we can just go with the Queen on his P.E.K.K.A, and it should shut it down pretty well in combination with like a few of our other cycle cards. Going to activate the Queen ability as well, and his Bandit is going to kind of dash around here, and it will lock onto our Queen unfortunately, but I think the Giant Skeleton should finish it off pretty well here. And yeah, going to also counter push quite nicely here. Probably going to have to go with like another P.E.K.K.A here. He will go with the P.E.K.K.A, but it is going to take quite a lot of damage just from like the Giant Skeleton hits and the Death Bomb, so already quite a low health P.E.K.K.A. And I'm also going to go with Skeletons at that bridge here, kind of just like hoping that he would go with like a Battle Ram and it would go in front of the P.E.K.K.A, but he didn't end up doing it, so well played by him. But I think our Giant Skeleton should deal with his P.E.K.K.A really well. They're not even forcing us to use our Queen ability either, so yeah, really good right here. And I don't even know if I have to use my Queen ability, but I think our Queen is just going to die right here. Honestly, wouldn't have really been worth it to use the ability though, because it could just run with like a E-Wiz on it anyways, so yeah, pretty good by us here. And Hog actually might get 2 shots if he doesn't do something. He doesn't do anything there, so I think we just need that one more Earthquake and one more Log after this to finish off his tower. But yeah, Earthquake does do quite a little bit of damage these days, so I do need one more Log, and yeah, that will be good game. Really nice win against P.E.K.K.A, which is actually a pretty good matchup, but also really fun to beat. Alright, and hopping in the next match, we're going to be up against Anaban, who is one of the best players in the game. I think he has like 7 or 8 top 1 finishes by now, so no matter what deck he's playing, it's probably going to be a pretty difficult match. And he does have Golden Knight right here, so might be like an E-Giant deck like he was running last time I faced him in the last video. So just going to go with the Hog Rider. You're kind of blocking his Golden Knight, but somehow it still does dash from our tower. Not really too sure how that Golden Knight got all the way to our tower from that Hog Rider, but they're going to put us in a little bit of a bad spot right here. Not really the best start with that Golden Knight just getting so much damage on our tower, but what can you really do about it? Kind of was a bit of an unlucky dash there for us, but still should be fine right here, I think, because we do have Giant Skeleton in this deck, which is pretty good against Electro Giant, so maybe we can like come back pretty nicely in double elixir especially, and even in single elixir can probably get a little bit of chip damage on his towers. So yeah, just gonna kind of reset here and just gonna go with the Hog Rider and also an Earthquake, kind of predicting like a cannon or something like that. Yeah, looks like he's gonna go with a Mirror Hunter there. He does also go with the Log there, but it was quite delayed, so our Hog will get one shot on his tower, which is really nice for us here. And Mirror Hunter also does cost 5 elixir, so not really the best trade for it. I'm gonna go with the Fire Spirit at the river as well, kind of just like forcing out something, but it looks like he's just gonna accept the damage right here. And he'll go with an E-Giant on our Queen right here, so I think he might have like Lightning in his deck or Earthquake, not really too sure which one, but I'm just gonna go with the High Cannon in this placement so he can't go with the Lightning on our tower and Cannon, but he does actually have Earthquake here instead, so just gonna go with the Giant Skeleton kind of last second here, so I think his E-Giant might get a bit of damage on our tower, but luckily not too bad, honestly. It could have been worse, but still not looking too ideal for us right here, but we do have a counter-pushing Giant Skeleton though, so it's gonna force out the Hunter there, and gonna cycle another Hog Rider right here. He's probably just gonna go with another NATO on it, but it's still gonna kind of chip down at his King Tower, and also gonna go with the Fire Spirit behind this, kind of just applying quite a lot of pressure here, so we can't really build up like a huge push right away. Yeah, I think it should be a little bit better for us in double elixir. We can start stacking our Giant Skeletons quite a lot more, and he's gonna go with the Golden Knight in the back right here, so I'm gonna go with the Giant Skeleton in the same lane here, kind of just like blocking up the whole lane. He will go with the E-Giant right in front of that Golden Knight, but it's gonna all get kind of pushed into our Giant Skeleton. If the Giant Skeleton dies, it's gonna leave behind a pretty strong Death Bomb, so even after the Giant Skeleton Death Bomb nerf, it still does do quite a bit of damage, so still should be fine for us, right? He's gonna prediction Earthquake his cannon. It is gonna hit his cannon this time, and Hulk will get one shot on his tower right there. He kind of goes with a bit of a late log there once again, so yeah, really good for us. You're gonna go with the Queen ability here, but he does NATO everything into his E-Giant there, and yeah, gonna go with like really high cannons here, just so we can never Earthquake his our tower and our cannon, and yeah, just gonna log back his E-Giant right here. It is level 16, so we do kind of have to watch out, because even if it gets on our tower for like a few seconds, it's probably gonna take like half of our tower, so we have to be really careful. And I'm always gonna go with these cannons in the high placement. I'm gonna Earthquake his own cannon right there as well. Our cannon's gonna kind of help out a little bit too. And yeah, honestly, Giant Skeleton doing quite a bit of damage to his E-Giants as well, because ever since the damage buffs that it got, it does quite a lot of damage. So just like that, we're actually gonna be back in the damage lead once again, so I'm just gonna keep on like stacking these Giant Skeletons in the same lane as him and kind of forcing him to play E-Giants into them, but his E-Giants are never really breaking through very well, and you can always just go with these high cannons, forcing out the Earthquakes, but it's never really gonna allow him to break through, and he will just not even Earthquake it this time. He's gonna go with the Mirror E-Giant instead, but our cannon still does survive right now, so it's gonna pull his E-Giant all the way across the arena, kind of, but I'm gonna get an Earthquake off on his cannon right there. He's gonna be forced to log as well, and it will kill our Queen too, but now we can just pressure with the Fire Spirit, and he's probably gonna have to spend like a Golden Knight or something on it. He does go with the Hunter right there, but yeah, always really good to get like a 1-for-4 trade on his Hunter, and we will still have to defend his Hunter with like a log right here, but it's still gonna be a +1 trade overall, and gonna give us a bit of chip damage on his tower too. So yeah, the one nice thing about this matchup is that he does have Earthquake, so he can never really deal with our Queens too well, even though he does deal with our cannons really nicely, and we can always stack these Giant Skeletons as well. And yeah, I don't really see any way of him breaking through besides like spell chip damage at this point. Looks like he's gonna go with the Mirror Earthquake on our tower, but we do have 2 Giant Skeletons down right now, so I think he's not really gonna be able to Earthquake cycle us too well, because if he keeps on trying to go with like Mirror Earthquakes on our tower, I think he's gonna pretty much get wrecked by our Giant Skeletons. He does go with another E-Giant, kind of just like defensively right there, but we're gonna get a really nice Earthquake off on his cannon. I think Fire Spirit should finish off his own E-Giant right there, and yeah, he's gonna have to spend that last second NATO there on our Hog Rider. Now we can just go with another Hog Rider plus an Earthquake right here. Just go with the Mirror NATO, but I think it's pretty much over at this point. Don't really see any way for him to get like that much spell chip damage in just like a few seconds right now. And we can just go with like one last Earthquake on his tower. And even if he goes with like Mirror Earthquake, it's not going to be enough right here. So looks like that will be a good game. Really nice win against Electro Giant. Alright, and in the next game here, we're going to be up against this guy. So I'm not really sure how to even pronounce his name, so I'm just going to call him this guy as well. He's going to go with the Golden Knight plus Ghost on our Hog first play. Also going to go with the Log here, so he's going to deny all damage, but could be like a 3 Musketeers deck, to be honest, because I think most of the Brute Spam decks that have like Golden Knight and Ghost actually don't have Log in them. So yeah, I think I may have faced this guy before. I'm pretty sure he was playing 3 Musketeers, so probably going to be that right here. And they're going to put us in a pretty good spot there, just from that one Fire Spirit getting like so much damage on his tower, and Giant Skeleton's also going to defend really nicely against that Golden Knight plus Ghost, and should be quite nice to have Giant Skeleton here against his 3 Musketeers, because the Death Bomb is just going to do such a good job at killing them. And then we can actually go with like a Hog Rider here to kind of kite his E-Barbs towards our Queen, allowing it to take them out pretty easy here. And I'm going to go with a set of Skeletons there as well, just to distract his E-Barbs just a little bit longer. And he will go with Mirror E-Barbs kind of strangely, but I think we should be fine here with our Queen ability being activated. Also going to kind of pull them towards the middle with a Fire Spirit, but it is level 16 Ebarb, so we do have to log it as well. Yeah, pretty happy with this spot. Here's going to go with the Ghost at the rear, but I think Cannon should deal with it just fine right now. And yeah, it's going to kind of reset right here, see what he wants to do, but this should be a quite nice matchup because we do have like the Earthquake to deal with his Elixir Collectors really nicely, and we do have the Giant Skeleton to deal with his 3 Musketeers pretty nicely as well. And also Queen is quite nice against 3 Musketeers, so we do have quite a few responses to his various cards. So should be a nice matchup here. It's going to go with the Hog Rider at the river. He might go with like Ebarbs. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go with Ebarbs once again. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be back to a set of Ebarbs, but he just went with like the Golden Knight last second there, so was able to cycle back to another pair right there. And he's going to defend pretty well here, but I think our Giant Skeleton should be able to counter his Ebarbs and his Golden Knight as well. So it is nice like how tanky the Giant Skeleton is, so it's going to deal with everything pretty nice right there. And it's still going to counter push just a little bit as well. And I was kind of expecting him to go with the mirror set of Ebarbs right there, so that's why I went with the Queen ability really quickly right there. I was kind of predicting it, and I think I might just let this Ebarb get one shot on our time. I'm going to go with the Hog Rider really aggressively right there. And yeah, not really sure what he's going to do against it. Looks like he's going to go with the set of Ebarbs right there, but I think our Cannon should do with his Ghost pretty well, and it's also going to do quite a nice job against his Ebarbs right here, so should be fine I think. And just going to go with a Fire Spirit. It doesn't actually pull the Ebarb unfortunately, but I think we should be okay. He's going to actually go with his 3 Musketeers now, and doing like a pretty good job of not actually going with his Elixir Collectors, just so that we can't get like any good like Earthquake value on them. So pretty well played by him not going with the Elixir Collectors, having like good patience. But yeah, I don't really know if he's actually going to be able to break through without the Elixir Collectors getting like a big Elixir lead for him, but it's not really possible for him because of our Earthquakes. He's going to go with the Elixir Collector finally, but yeah, just going to Earthquake it away. And also going to go with like a Hog there, so we can't go with the Mirror Elixir Collector right away, and going to get one more Hog hit there. So yeah, really nice spot for us right here. Going to kind of pull his Ebarbs to the side with a Fire Spirit, kind of going to DPS it down really nicely there, and he keeps on going with like 3 Musketeers here, but I don't really see how he's going to break through our Giant Skeleton Death Bomb. Like we have Queen to fully counter the Musketeer in one lane, then we have like the Giant Skeleton to fully counter the other 2 Musketeers, and I think the Queen will actually kill his Musketeer right there, so really nice Queen there, also killing the Golden Knight and the Musketeer. So yeah, really good for us here. His Mirror Ghost is going to kind of get pulled back a little bit right there, but should be fine either way I think. Going to kind of just go back towards our Cannon, and also the Giant Skeleton just going to clean up really nicely here, and also going to clean up the Ebarbs I think. So yeah, just a really good spot right now. I don't really see any way he's going to break through unless he gets like a really lucky set of Ebarbs just going straight towards our tower or something like that. But as long as we're playing pretty fine, I think we should be good here. I'm going to go with this log right here, just on his Musketeers. You're going to hit all 3 of them, so really nice for us right now. And yeah, it's going to go with the Hog Rider right here. I think he might be a bit delayed on his Ebarb since he wasted so much Elixir on the Musketeers here. And I think that will be a good game. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!